ladies and gentlemen. It's Kimatni Rawlins from Fit Fathers, and today we're going to be cooking a healthy meal for the gospel program and AAHP. Tonight I'm going to make we're going to go to the Far East. I'm going to make a Thai curry, vegetable Thai curry. Lots of different vegetables, colorful vegetables, cruciferous green vegetables, and seitan, which is a wheat protein. I am vegan, my family's vegan, so everything we cook is plant-based. So a lot of plants, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, a lot of seeds, nuts, and whole grains. So tonight's dish is going to comprise of quinoa instead of rice. Now quinoa is a complete protein and is full of nutrients, and that is the key. And of course, no cholesterol. We want as less cholesterol as possible in our bodies, and we want as much fiber intake as we possibly can get. Sad thing is that only 3% of Americans meet the RDA for fiber intake, the recommended daily allowance. So without fiber, our guts are literally backed up. So fiber's like a broom, just pushes everything out. So we want to eat 5 to 7 servings of vegetables and fruits every single day. So we're going to start off with, actually I'm going to start off with the quinoa first. I'm going to prepare that. So while that's cooking, it shouldn't take long, 15, 20 minutes, then I'll get to the vegetables. So quinoa is 1 cup part of quinoa and 1½ cup of water. So you always want to boil the water, and then once it's boiled, you simmer it down. And then same thing with beans. You always boil on high and then simmer it down. And then of course you season it at will. I always like putting turmeric in my food because it's an immune booster. And although we should have been strengthening our immune systems anyway, with COVID-19, we want to go extra hard. So cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, vitamin C, we want all that. Yes. Stir it up a little, and once it gets on, starts boiling, I'll simmer it down and then close it. So we got that going. Also, simultaneously, I want to cook a Japanese sweet potato. This is going to take about a good 20 minutes as well. It is said that the Japanese sweet potato, which is kind of reddish, purplish, is the reason why the Okinawans in Japan are the most long-lived people in the world. Centurions, they have more people that live to 100 than any other society. And this is their staple food, the Japanese sweet potato. Yes. So I try to have these a few times a week. The more color your food has, the more antioxidants it's going to have. So that's the key right there, to eat very colorful foods. Next up, we are going to prepare our veggies, and try not to cook too much with oil. So we're just going to put a little bit of water in here, because the thing with oil is that it's high in calories, very high in calories, about 200 calories per teaspoon. And when most people cook with oil, they glob it on, and we don't want that. Most oils are also omega-6s. Now, although we need healthy fats, omega-3s, omega-6s, if we have too much omega-6, it will steal the enzymes from the omega-3s needed for conversion into EPA and DHA. That's the form that the body absorbs essential fatty acids. So we want a perfect balance. And it's hard to get omega-3s because people typically aren't eating flaxseed and chia seeds in their diet. Walnuts are also omega-3s. So I tend to cook more with water than anything else. And we're just gonna chop up our veggies. Lots of veggies today. Got some bell peppers here. Actually, I should have used red peppers. Red peppers are high in vitamin C. We want as much vitamin C as possible in our diet. You can also get vitamin C from papayas, oranges, of course. And the main reason why you want a diet high in vegetables is because of the fiber. The more fiber, the better. And phytonutrients. Vegetables are full of phytonutrients, which are plant enzymes, and there's thousands of them that do all type of magical things for our immune system. You also get some calcium, iron, more C, healthy fats, and of course protein. A lot of people don't realize that vegetables have protein in them. In fact, the cruciferous vegetables, those are the ones that look like clovers, broccoli, bok choy. They're actually comprised of 50% of protein. So even though it's not a lot of protein in grams, you're still getting an adequate amount. So throughout the day, if you're eating healthy, you're getting a balanced intake of proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Those are our 3 macronutrients. So we got some onions, some peppers, mushrooms. Love mushrooms. Plus, mushrooms have a anti-angiogenesis effect, and that is when fat tissue creates its own blood vessels and feeds the fat. So you don't want that. So mushrooms are great protectors against breast cancer. So you ladies, eat as many mushrooms as possible. My wife hates mushrooms, but sometimes I sneak them in her meals. She's always getting on me. But it's always about life enhancement. So we got our mushrooms, got some peppers, got some onions in there. Broccoli. Love broccoli. I can eat broccoli all day. I can eat it raw. Doesn't even matter. You know, I'm like an animal in the wild, just grazing on the land. But that's just me. When you're vegan for 10 years, you kind of just adopt to that. So ideally, you want to have 5 to 7 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. That means in the morning, start off with some fruits or a fruit salad or a smoothie. Lunch, make sure you have a salad or a steamed veggie or 2. Dinner, always vegetables at dinner. Basically, every meal should consist of a plant food, no matter what. Got some asparagus here. Another super power food. And then we're going to season that with some garlic, of course, an immune booster. Put garlic on everything. Hey, Bree. That's my other friendly chef. She didn't want to join me for the video tonight, but it's okay. Turmeric. Yes. This is ancient right here. I put this on everything. Get yourself some turmeric. Turmeric. Nutritional yeast. Gives it that, it's like a cheesy flavor, but it's all natural. And we're just gonna let that simmer down, stir it up a little bit. She's funny. So yeah, the little bit of water that's in here and the seasoning is gonna make a light sauce, a light natural sauce. And give it all those flavors. And we'll just let that steam out for a little bit. Quinoa thickening up. Did I mention that quinoa is a complete protein? That's why it's such a glorious power food. So you're getting protein, you're getting nutrients, you're getting fiber. It's amazing. And the reason why you want to shy away from white foods like white rices, because of it converts to it's a simple carbohydrate, which means that it raises the blood sugar sporadically when glucose should be released in a balanced manner. That way, the insulin from the pancreas can attach to that and escort it into the cells and give you that energy that you need. And that's what you get with complex carbohydrates. So complex carbohydrates are those that release the glucose slowly. So brown rice instead of white rice. Whole grains instead of white enriched. Enriched means it's super processed. It means it's bleached. It means it's white flour. So teff is another ancient grain. Millet. I love millet. These are some of wheat berries. These are some of the grains that you can use to substitute instead of rice. We're just so used to rice. Like we go to get a stir fry, it comes with rice, white rice. You go to get a burrito, it's white rice and beans. So if we can switch that out, our body will thank us for it. So that's simmering down. And then I have my, where did it go? Where is my seitan? Seitan is going to be the protein we're using tonight instead of meat. Seitan is wheat based. So if you have any allergens to wheat, then you should probably shy away from this. You can also try tofu instead. Or if you have celiac disease, you want to stay away from wheat gluten. But only 3% of the U.S. population has celiac. So a lot of people just stay away from gluten in general. It's a fad. But wheat gluten is an amazing protein, actually. Actually, this gives you 17 grams of protein per serving. So the veggies are about steam. You don't want to overcook them. You start losing nutrients when you steam them. Well, actually, when you boil them, you lose a lot of nutrients. Steaming is not bad, but you still don't want to over steam. Before I put in the sauce, I'm going to cut up a plantain. Again, a little bit of water. I'm getting messy over here. That's a banana plantain. The kids love plantain. And you season it with cinnamon, Drip a little maple syrup on it. Oh my. You definitely don't want to deep fry these things. They turn into calorie bombs. More importantly, when you deep fry, an oil, once it's highly heated, it turns into a free radical. Free radicals are rogue molecules that attack your cells. So antioxidants fight off these free radicals, but you don't want to use all your antioxidants fighting off free radicals when there's other stuff it has to conquer and take care of. So you can eliminate that by staying away from fried foods as much as humanly possible. It's just like a potato. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a steamed potato seasoned with some garlic, and some Himalayan sea salt, and turmeric. As soon as you slice them up and throw them in the fryer and turn them into a French fry, it's a wrap. It's 300, 400 calories right there. And your body's like, why did you just do that to me? A little bit too much water in here. I don't want too much. Just enough for it to simmer a bit. So the thing about a stir fry is that you can use any sauce you want. You can use a teriyaki sauce. You can use a Thai coconut curry sauce. Or you can experiment like my wife always does and get a Thai almond sauce. Thai almond sauce. So let's check that out. Let's see what the Thai almond sauce is all about. Yeah. A little bit more garlic in here. I don't know. You can never have too much garlic. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Stir this baby together. Oh yeah. Looks like something you see in a restaurant. That's what I'm talking about. How's my Japanese sweet potato doing? I'm all lonely over there. Also, the thing about stir fries is they don't actually take long to cook. It's a lot of different ingredients you gotta work with, but they don't take long to cook. I need to get rid of some of this mess over here. I like keeping the kitchen clean as I cook. The last thing you want is a bunch of dishes piled up and you don't get to them till tomorrow. So try to clean as you go. Almost forgot. My tomatoes. I almost forgot the tomatoes. You know what's so good about tomatoes? The antioxidant lycopene. You heard of lycopene? It actually helps protect against prostate cancer. So you got mushrooms for breast cancer and tomatoes for prostate cancer. But the thing about tomatoes, to release the lycopene, they need a little bit of heat. Not too much, just a little bit to release. So there we go. I hope the kids are hungry. That's always a thing. Cook a nice special meal, and then they tell you they're in the mood for something else. Avocado. This is your main healthy fat. Yes, I have a half of avocado a day. And I usually like put them on my salads, in my burritos, tacos, or sometimes just on the side. Slice them up and put them on the side of my dish. Put a little bit of sea salt, and that's a wrap. I mean, the consistency balances well with firm foods. A nice, soft, mushy taste. I'm always surprised at people who don't have a natural affinity for avocados. They're missing a lot. My quinoa is doing good over here. Let's put a little seasoning in here. You don't season quinoa, it is bland, very bland. So you want to make sure you get some flavor up in there. Fluff it up a little bit. Like I said, this is almost done. I'm gonna actually take the heat off. And just let it finish cooking through its natural steam. Yep. Stir fry's done. Doesn't take much for the stir fry, like I said. Put my avocados on the plate. Wait for the rest of the meal. Plantains over here doing their thing. Flip them a little bit. So this is my 10th year being vegan. People always ask me, why did I go vegan? And you know, I just got overweight, lethargic, lost my mobility, was eating crap, and I just wanted to get it all back. So I tried it out. I actually ran a marathon on a vegan diet, and after the marathon was done, I was like, that's a wrap. That's it, you know. So now, you know, I help educate others who want to make that lifestyle change. And you know, just teach them the basics, because you have to reprogram your mind. You have to reshift everything you learn about food and nutrition, because a lot of it was a lie. Especially growing up in the 70s and the 80s, we didn't have all this information readily available, and surely our parents didn't either. So a lot of self-awareness, a lot of self-education had to take place, and then you had to change your palate. You know, your taste buds had to become accustomed to eating fresher, healthier foods. So now it just feels great. I'm 46, I have a lot of energy every day. Sometimes I work out 2 or 3 times a day. I mentor students in their teens, and you know, we have physical competitions, and I don't mind beating them most times. But they come to me with advice on changing their diets to help their performance, and you know, I just lay it down to them, and the rest is on them. You know, you have to have a lot of self-control in order to not go into a fast food joint, just because the way society is designed, everything is fast. I'm supposed to get this fast so I can get to work and complete this work in a timely manner. No, we need to slow down, relax, open up our consciousness, and pay attention to what's in front of us. You the pillars in life that we truly care about. And one of those is health. What's the point in making all this money, being successful, if you don't have perfect health to sustain that wealth? There's no point. You know, heart attacks or heart disease is the #1 chronic disease in America. Over 500,000 people a year die of heart disease. And then you have cancers, then you have diabetes, then you have hypertension. You have everything attacking us. So why wouldn't you want a healthy immune system, you know, to fight that off? So drink mostly water, mostly green or organic teas, decaf, of course, because you want to reach a homeostatic status, which means everything is operating the way it's supposed to. And that means alkalinity. You need to eat foods that create an alkaline balance in the body. A pH between 7.35 and 7.45 is when you reach alkalinity. So alkaline forming foods are fruits, vegetables, whole grains, water. Acidic forming foods are meat, dairy, and then alcohol, sodas, sugar, and of course smoking. All of those are acidic. So that's not what you want. So plantains are done. Everything looks like it's about done. Quinoa is nice and fluffy. You don't want it moist at all. So that was the perfect balance. Yes. And then I'm gonna just toss that into the stir fry. I'm running out of places over here. And what's going to happen is that the quinoa is going to absorb the sauce. And you're going to get a perfect melody and a meal that is comprehensive. All 3 food groups, 3 macronutrients: protein, fats, carbohydrates. We got it all in this meal. It's looking lovely. Oh yeah. Feed the whole house with this. Plantains on the plate. We'll throw our cinnamon on top. See if the sweet potato is soft enough. Yep. Perfect. Excelente. Cut them up a little bit. Turn that off. Everything's off. So there we have it. We have the perfect balance, perfect dinner. Of our Thai curry stir fry. And I'm going to serve this, like I say, with some water. I may toast a little bit of whole grain or sprouted bread, depending on how I feel. But you know, thanks for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. It's all about eating clean, staying energized, and activating our bodies on most days of the week. 4 to 5 days a week. For me, I exercise every single day because just like sleep and eating, I think the body wants that. But you don't have to go that hardcore, just put in 30 minutes. Like I said, 4 to 5 times a week. Eat 4 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. A handful of mixed nuts. Make sure those mixed nuts include pumpkin seeds, which are full of iron, and that is non-heme iron. There's 2 different types of iron, heme and non-heme. Heme iron is found in meat and dairy, and the thing about heme iron is that it doesn't automatically shut off in the body, whereas non-heme iron from plant foods has a shut-off valve. So that means you don't take too much iron. So again, everything that grows from plants, trees, and seeds is going to give you that perfect balance. Kimatni Rawlins again, thanks for tuning in to the Gospel program by the African American Health Program and Fit Fathers. And make sure you tune in to fitfathers.com and 88HP to find more helpful recipes and activities to strengthen your livelihood. Namaste. One love.